everyone, welcome back to my channel for a new vlog. If you're new here, nice to meet you. I'm Ashley. Thank you so much. This is the second time we make a video and Albert's pumping my gas because you know the weekends, that's when I put my gas. I don't feel like doing it alone. It's kind of scary sometimes. But today we are going book shopping. For my birthday, which was last week, I got a bunch of gift cards, Barnes & Noble gift card, Target gift cards, Visa gift cards, and we all know that I just want books. So we are going to be using those to buy some books today. And I'm excited because I've never really looked at what Target has for books. So there could be nothing, but there could be something. So we're gonna go ahead and see what we can find. But we're here getting gas and then we're gonna head to Target. I have the longest TBR list in my notes app that I need to start chipping away at. I have a lot of books to read, but I don't own them all yet, so.
Here's the Thai soap.
But I'll see you guys when we get to Target. It is a different day. I have different clothes on and everything because after we went book shopping yesterday, we were busy and I didn't get to film the haul portion of this video. But here we are. I just got out of work and I don't want to wait to film this because I want to get this video up as fast as I can. But this stack of books that I have is insane. Wow! As I mentioned before, my birthday was this month. I'm filming this on February 28th and my birthday was February 20th. And I got a bunch of gift cards and I knew that I wanted to use them for books because I have gotten back into reading and I've been reading a ton since like November of 2021, I believe. And I've just been reading a ton of books. Sometimes I go through them in like a day or two. So I just want to make sure that I have enough to read. And since it was my birthday, it's the perfect opportunity to buy some books. It turned out great and I got a bunch of new reads. And now I'm going to show you guys all the books that I got. I got 4 books at Target where we went first. These books all have a little sticker on them and it's just so annoying, but I'm gonna try to get them off. But I had Target gift cards, so I decided to buy them at Target. The first book that I have here is called Ramon and Juliet, and this is by Alana Quintana Albertson. And I have no idea what this book is about. I just saw the cover and I was like, obviously I'm gonna buy it. We love Hispanic and Latino representation in books and movies. I just thought this would be fun to read. It looks like it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. Their families don't like each other and so it's like forbidden love. I've never read something like that, but we'll see how I like it. That is Ramon and Juliet. Next book I got is House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. This gets me, like they put it right on top of the title of the book. But I heard of this book from Alexandra Rosalind and I trust her recommendations a lot. This is a modern day fairy tale about Iris and her 2 older sisters. One day they leave and come back and all of a sudden there's changes that they have. Their blue eyes turn black, their dark hair turns white, and they have no memory of what happened to them. But then their mother goes missing and they are trying to find her. And that's what I know about this book. But the cover is so cool. And I just thought it would be a really fun read. It's not usually what I go for, but sometimes I'm in the mood for things like this. That's House of Hollow. The next book I got is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston or McQuiston, I'm not sure. But I saw this book on Goodreads and it was recommended to me. And when I went to Target, I automatically recognized the cover. The colors are just very romancy to me, and we all know how much I love romance books. This sounded so cool to me because this guy named August sees this girl on the train named Jane, and she's basically stuck in time. She's from the 1970s and basically they're trying to figure out how they can get her back home, I believe. I'm really excited for this book and so I picked it up at Target. This is obviously Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It was unlike anything I've ever read. And so now I want to go into her other books and I'm really excited to read this one. I don't know much about this book and I'm trying to go into it not knowing much. All I know is that one of the men from The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is the father of the kids in this book, and so obviously there's going to be a lot of drama and I'm really excited to see how I like this book. But that's Malibu Rising. That is all the books I got from Target, and then we went to Barnes & Noble and I decided to spend the rest of the gift cards there and it was amazing. I had so much fun in there. The first book I'll show you guys is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne, and this was such a cute version of the cover. It's smaller, the other one was, and it was cheaper, so I was like, I'm gonna get this one. It's really cute. Basically, I've heard a lot about this book. This is one of Steph Bower's favorite books, and I usually like a lot of books that she recommends, so I thought I would try this one out. This is a romance about Lucy and Josh, I believe, and they hate each other. So this is enemies to lovers, and they're basically like workplace rivals, and they are going for the same promotion. And I'm really excited for the banter in this. I'm excited to see their journey from enemies to lovers. I really like enemies to lovers. It's something about it. It's like so extreme. Like, I want to know how they go from hating each other to being together. Like, it just gets me. I really like it. And I just know I'm gonna like this book, and so I got it. It was on my list of books that I knew I was gonna get. And I heard that Sally Thorne is an author that a lot of people really like, so I figured I would grab it. Speaking of Sally Thorne, I grabbed another one of her books, which was also recommended by Steph Bower. It's called 99% Mine. And I believe these are childhood friends, but he was more her brother's friend, and so they knew each other. But basically, her and her brother inherit a really torn down, dilapidated cottage from their grandmother, and he is a house flipper. So he comes to help them with the house, and she talks about how he is not hers, obviously, but she's like determined. And basically, I've heard that she goes throughout the book like increasing the percentage of hers that he is. So obviously at the end he's 99% hers, so I'm really excited how they get to that point. But seems like a really interesting book. I've heard mixed reviews about this too. Like, not a lot of people talk about it as much as they talk about The Hating Game, but me being a lover of the romance, I just know that it's gonna get me. So that's 99% Mine. The next two books I got kind of go together, and those are It Happened One Summer and Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. So I've heard so many things about this book. So basically, from the back of the book, this is about Brendan and Piper. And Piper is described as like influential and fashionable, and basically she gets into some trouble with her stepfather, and he sends her off to Washington. And that's where he lives, and he's described as a big bearded sea captain. And basically they're polar opposites, but obviously there is an attraction between them. So it gives me very much rom-com, and I'm here for it, to be honest. I think I'm really gonna like this book. So that's It Happened One Summer. And then this is Hook, Line, and Sinker, and I believe this is about Piper's sister, Hannah and Fox is a ladies' man apparently, and Hannah's in town for work. She has a crush on one of her co-workers, and she tries to get Fox to help her, but then they start having a connection. So I've never read something like this, but I'm sure I'll love it. It's very rom-com-y as well, and I feel like it'll be a quick and easy read in between those more difficult ones to get through. So that's Hook, Line, and Sinker. This book I've had on my TBR for a while. You know, we love the Hispanic representation again. This is You Had Me Athola by Alexis Daria, and this book is basically about two actors, and they are both kind of like struggling in their careers a little bit, and they have to star together in a telenovela. A really bad first impression, so they need to try to get through it to have that on-screen chemistry. I'm really excited for this book. The cover is so cute. I just know I'm gonna love it. The next book is so popular. I always hear about this book, and that is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. So basically this is about Catalina, and she has to go home to Spain for her sister's wedding. And she's been lying to her family and saying that she has an American boyfriend, and it's not true. She just wanted to get them off of her back about it. But now they're dying to meet him at this wedding. So I guess Aaron Blackford comes in and pretends to be her boyfriend. So this is fake dating trope. And I'm really excited to read this because I know a lot of people love it and it's a lot of people's favorite books. But I also saw some reviews that people didn't like it. But I will let you guys know after I read it how I feel. This is The Spanish Love Deception. This is the second to last book of the video. And this is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This book is very hyped and I hope it's for good reason because I didn't buy it for no reason. I hope I'm gonna like it. But basically this is a second chance romance and it goes from the past and the present, and you see the couple when they were teenagers and now when they're basically strangers again, and you follow their story, and there's like a secret in their past that happened that kind of tore them apart. But it sounds like something I would love. I really loved People We Meet on Vacation, and that book had the past and the present in it as well, and I adored it. So I'm hoping that this will be a good one too. But that's Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. And the last book of this video is also by Christina Lauren. It is The Soulmate Equation. And the two Christina Lauren books were buy one get one 50% off, so I have that little sticker that I have to take off too. It hurts my heart. This man invents this test that you can tell who your soulmate is through your DNA. And so the woman in this book takes the test and she's actually matched with the founder of the test. And apparently he's insufferable and they're totally opposite, but the company tells her like, hey, if you get to know him, we'll pay you for it. And she really needs the money, so she does it. And I'm really excited to see that. I love when two people who you don't think will be together end up together in a book. I just love it so much because you don't know like how it's gonna happen at all. I'm really excited for this. So guys, that was all the books that I bought. This is the best birthday present ever. Thank you to my family and friends who got me a gift card or a book. Actually, I'm going to show you guys the books that I got for my birthday right away, like physically. My sister-in-law got me this book by Nicholas Sparks called The Best of Me. I love The Notebook and A Walk to Remember, especially A Walk to Remember. That is like one of my favorites and it just hits me right in the heart. And so I know I'm probably gonna like this because it's by Nicholas Sparks and those two books are by Nicholas Sparks, but that is The Best of Me. The next two books my husband got for me, we went to my favorite mall and there's a BAM store, Books and More, I believe it is. And so I was like, this is too much, like I don't know what to get. And my husband was like, let's do like a Greek theme. And I got The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller and Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I'm so excited for these. People love these books and they rave about them on TikTok. And I also saw Alexandra Rosalind read this one, and Steph Boer is like obsessed with this one. And they're just like very much raved about, and I had to read them for myself. So I got those two. My friend Kat got me this graphic novel called The Amazing Spider-Man Family Business, and it has Kingpin on the front with Spider-Man, and it has those Spidey senses there. The illustrations are really cool. Like, look at Kingpin in that. He looks scary. Look at that. It's just so nice. And if you watched my weekend vlog where I went to the comic book store with my husband, you would know that I love Spider-Man and I started reading the Spider-Gwen comics in order, and so that has a lot of like the Spider-Verse in it, and I'm really excited to read this one. I think it's going to be really quick and really nice to have, and it's really beautiful quality. So that's family business. The next three books are from my parents. They got me The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. I read The Heart Principle and I absolutely loved it. It was, I believe, the first romance that I read, if not the second. It was People We Meet on Vacation and The Heart Principle, and I gave both those books 5 stars and I really, really love them. And this book has some of the characters from The Heart Principle, and I'm just so excited to read it because I know I'm gonna like it. But that is the Kiss Quotient. The next book my parents got me was One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. This is a mystery and I always liked reading mysteries, and I'm just excited to read this one because it's very hyped, and I believe there's a series or a movie of this and I haven't seen it, but I would like to read the book first before I think about watching it, and I'm really excited about this one. And the last book I'll show you guys today is The Midnight Library. This has been on my TBR for a very long time, since I started looking for books to read, and it's just a super unique plot and I'm really excited for it. This is about someone who is between life and death, and basically they go to this library where each book is a different way their life could have gone, and that's just insane. I've never heard anything like that, and I just know I'm really gonna get something out of this book. So that's The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Those were all the books I got. I wonder if you guys have any suggestions for me by seeing the books I bought, if you can kind of get the feel for what I like, the romance, sometimes mystery, thriller, but mostly the love. If something has romance in it, I probably would like it, but leave your suggestions below. And if you want to read any of these books and if they are on your TBR, comment that below too. I'd love to see what you guys are reading as well. If you guys liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. That helps me a lot. I have been doing vlogs, baby name list, book videos, and sometimes hauls. If you have any video suggestions, you can leave them down below as well. But it is getting late outside and I want to go chill. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.